Hey YouTube, this is Andrew, the White Wolf Bushcrafter. I'm going to talk to you today quickly about my hammock setup for last night. Sleeping out in my mate's garden. He's got a little cattery, so I've tied up between two posts. Oh yeah, I've got my mate filming this, so it makes life easier for me. So I'm going to run through how I set my hammock up, because it was the 30th of December, night of the 30th of December, which means it is now New Year's Eve. So it was quite a cold night, so I'm now going to go through where I set this up. What I've got up here is my tarp. I've just thrown it over just so you guys can see. It's just a DPM 8x5 style tarp with the loops, and that's where I've put my ridge line, as you can see, through the loops, just so I don't get any water running down the rope under my tarp into me. Okay, so I tied my hammock up at each side using the wraparound and back under with the bow. So the rope has gone around the back. So this one comes out here, and this one comes out here. Underneath, tied in a bow, double knotted. Same on the other side. So, with the hammocks, one of the main things is, obviously, you've got the wind coming out underneath you. So when you're asleep, the wind will come across here and make you cold. So what I've done to prevent this, I'm using the DD camping hammock, by the way, the 2-skin one. I've got the emergency space blanket, and I've tied it using a little bit of guy line to the rope that holds the hammock on all four corners. So this is all the way underneath the hammock, and that effectively makes a windbreak, or one of my windbreaks. I was sleeping using my wool blanket. That kept me nice and warm last night. The main thing I wanted to show you though is this part. Now what I've got, mummy sleeping bags can open at both ends. So I've opened it down the bottom and I put my hammock straight. So here's my hammock and here's my hammock. But the sleeping bag is all the way around the hammock. So quite simply, what you can do, you just sit in your hammock. Let me get my shoes off, I don't want to get mud in them. Wiggle your way in, pull your blanket over you, set your blanket up properly first, reach down and pull the sleeping bag up, and it'll act like a sleeve, and it goes all the way under the hammock. Now I've got my hand now in the sleeping bag, but underneath me I've got 4 inches of gap between me and the bottom of the sleeping bag. That 4 inches is full of air. Now air is a good insulator as long as it's warm air. This sleeping bag, being a down sleeping bag, is very, very warm. So that 4 inches there warms up, because obviously I've got the reflective side, reflecting any heat loss back up. My body heat warming that area up. The only problem is, I've got this large area down this end, which isn't in the hammock, because the hammock comes out before that, which is where my feet go, so my feet fall off the hammock. It's just a case of, you have to wiggle yourself in a bit. It's just a case of getting yourself comfortable. But this, if I didn't have the reflective space blanket down there, I could get away without that, just using the sleeping bag method. And because it does protect you, your underside and your top side. Now I've got mine upside down, so I can pull the hood right up and over my head. Well YouTube, thanks for watching guys, that's what I wanted to show you. That's my winter hammock setup, or how to keep warm in a hammock video. I shall catch you guys on the next one. Have a good new year. I shall talk to you again in 2011. God bless.